light, but a light worker is anyone who shines a light upon the world, who wishes to see the world a better place, who does take action, is there to support their friends, their family when they're in need or in trouble. Many of us, I find that within our own worker community, a lot of people who have come to that place of peace within themselves, let us say through meditation or through experience, that they cannot be hassled or, how shall we say, distracted from that. And that is all well and fine, but when it comes to the actual practice of, let us say, a light worker, under this definition, it is also during the rough times. If a friend is going through something difficult, or you have a family member who is going through something difficult as, let us say, a drug addiction or economic problems, anything to that effect, that is really the light worker. That is your calling to step up to this place where you are being put into this situation and or this experience for that purpose, to guide those in trouble around you through, let us say, the troubled waters. It is important to remember that a light worker is not only someone who's caring, loving, and compassionate. It is anyone that is trying to, let us say, make an effort to expand the light of consciousness and love upon our planet. And as we expand the light of consciousness and love upon our planet, we meet up with many different types of people, whether they be into the earth religions as a pagan or a Wiccan. We have the Buddhists that are very much into light working. We have many, many Christians that are into light working, and Muslim and Jewish and any other religion that you can think of. But the difference between the, let us say, the evangelical or proselytizing person within one particular religion is that the light worker within that category, quote unquote, sees the similarities and not the differences. For that is what we are here to do. We are here to be a light upon the world. We are here to bridge differences and to see the similarities that are within us all. For when we do come down to it, we start to understand that we are all just beings of the one main soul, which we call Source. And if we are all one being, for as many Christians and in the Bible will say, you know, what you do unto my brother, you do unto me. And it is a very, very difficult road to trudge on nowadays, unfortunately, with such diversity. Not diversity, but dissension, perhaps is a better word, or divisiveness in our culture, as we are constantly bombarded, whether it be through media or through music or through even, I notice now, living what goes on the cartoons and whatnot, and there always seems to be a bit of, I guess, drama or divisiveness within. I guess as a writer, you do need to have some kind of situation where there are two opposite sides, but I will say that many people, especially children, don't understand that this is not real, that it's just a story. And the same thing goes, unfortunately, now with our newscasts, that they seem to perpetuate through fear and through other means certain division between this side and that side, when there really is only one side, and that's the human race. And it comes to my mind for all of us to really start taking responsibility for not only being a light worker, but also being in alignment and moving forward once we have realized we are on a path, that we are on a spiritual path, that we are on a personal spiritual path, and to allow ourselves to move forward, to evolve, and to grow in times of crisis and times of need, as well as good times and bad times. We must remember that these are all lessons, and if anything, once we are being thrown into a phase of, let's say, conflict, it really, really does call you to the plate and has you called as a spirit and as a light worker as to who you really are and where are you. How are you going to handle the situation? Are you going to approach it with love? Or you are going to brush it off as a minor pittance or a distraction to your ego? And that's something that, while I am definitely one who believes in spiritual vigilance. In other words, I'm not one to allow the media to brainwash me. I'm not one who perpetuates, through any means, anything that perhaps what you would call the in pop culture might be trying to program, quote unquote, into our culture. However, there's a very big difference between being vigilant and just being downright mean. Compassion happens to be a very important aspect of our work. Compassion, if anything, teaches us not only to love our brothers, our sisters, our mothers, our daughters, and our sons as ourselves, but it also gives us the ability to be more loving within ourselves. For if we are not loving within ourselves, we're going to find that our life is being blocked, that the body in which we have incarnated in this time and in this place has its own obstacles that needs to be cleared out. And that starts with loving yourself and being compassionate to yourself. Many a time we give ourselves a hard time when we don't feel we perform up to task. Now, many times when we are given a certain situation, let us say again, a conflict that is being brought to our attention, we just want to turn and run away and not deal with it, when in fact we were probably called to that situation to take take some action within ourselves and extend that love outward to those involved in the conflict.